The Israel-Iran war has started. Israel attacked its arch-rival Iran, which is over 1,500 kilometers away from Israeli border. But did you know that this war erupted due to Western greed, a fight for supremacy, and the existential fear of nuclear destruction? This war is a tangled web with multiple layers of intricacies. Let's unravel this complex web, layer by layer. First, Iran's nuclear ambitions. Iran's uranium enrichment program crossed a red line, and Israel acted. For years, Israel warned it would never allow Iran to build an atomic bomb. And now, according to Israeli intelligence, Iran is just steps away from breakout, the point where it can produce enough fissile material for a weapon. The International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed that Iran has enriched uranium up to 60% purity, just one short technical step away from weapons grade, or 90%. As per reports, Iran now has enough enriched uranium to potentially build 9 nuclear bombs. But that's not all. International Atomic Energy Agency has also sounded alarms over Iran's lack of cooperation. It cited the removal of surveillance equipment and restrictions on inspections, which severely undermine its ability to verify the peaceful nature of Iran's nuclear program. In response, Israeli forces have targeted key Iranian nuclear facilities including the uranium enrichment plant at Natanz and the heavily fortified Fordow facility. But what makes Iran's nuclear program such a threat to Israel? The answer? A hidden war fought through armed proxies, missile strikes, and endless retaliation, which brings us to the second layer. Over the years, Iran has built a vast network of militant allies across the Middle East known as the Axis of Resistance. This includes Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad in Gaza, Shia militias in Iraq, and the Houthis in Yemen, among others. These groups share a common goal: to counter Israeli and American influence in the region. And Iran is the mastermind. According to multiple reports, Iran has provided substantial financial aid of an estimated $700 million to $1 billion annually to many of these proxy groups, along with military training and advanced weaponry. This strategy gives Iran a powerful advantage: it can strike Israel without ever putting its own army on the battlefield. Israel, in turn, has been locked in this proxy war for decades, on multiple fronts. It fought a long and bitter struggle with Hezbollah in Lebanon, including the drawn-out South Lebanon conflict from 1985 to 2000, and the full-scale 2006 Lebanon War. In Gaza, it has launched repeated military campaigns against Hamas and other Palestinian factions. Israel has even come under missile and drone fire from Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen and militias in Iraq. The result? A shadow war that's now spilling into the light, stretching from Lebanon to Gaza, from Syria to the Red Sea. Thus, the of Israel attacks on Iran are also aimed at disrupting this support network and weakening Iran's ability to project power through its proxies. But what is the true reason behind this war? To understand the animosity between the two nations, we must go back decades. Which brings us to the final layer. The chance of death to Israel originated with the Islamic Revolution in 1979. For over a century leading up to 1979, Iran suffered from significant interference by foreign powers, particularly Britain, and then the United States. These powers often viewed Iran as a strategic prize due to its geopolitical location and immense oil reserves. This led to numerous exploitations by foreign companies such as 1891 Tobacco Concession, granting a 50-year monopoly over Iran's tobacco, and the 1901 Darcy Oil Concession, giving 60 years of exclusive oil rights to British companies across most of Iran for a mere 16% of net profits. This deeply angered the Iranian populace and clergy, who saw their national wealth being siphoned off. A pivotal event was the 1953 coup d'état, when the joint operations of British and American intelligence removed the democratically elected Prime Minister, Mohammad Mossadegh, who had nationalized Iran's oil industry to reclaim control from British. This joint operation reinstated the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, as an absolute monarch. The Shah, restored to power by Western backing, became increasingly autocratic and launched rapid modernization and westernization programs. His regime was also notorious for its political repression, with widespread arrests, torture, and censorship carried out by the dreaded secret police, Savak, which was often seen as a tool of the Shah's Western patrons. These cumulative experiences sparked a powerful nationalist and religious backlash, convincing many Iranians, especially under Ayatollah Khomeini's leadership, to establish an Islamic government rooted in their own values and free from Western domination. All this paved way to the Islamic Revolution in 1979, which overthrew US-backed Shah and gave birth to the new Islamic Republic of Iran. This new regime saw Israel as an extension of American influence in the region. The new regime also took up the Palestinian cause as it saw Israel as an invader of a Muslim-dominated land. During the formation of Israel in 1948, more than 700,000 Palestinians were displaced from their homes due to the division of British-controlled Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states. Many Jewish families had immigrated to Palestine between the 1920s and 1940s under the Zionist movement, fearing persecution in Europe. After the Islamic Revolution, Iran took up the Palestinian fight as a symbol of resistance against Western imperialism and to position itself as a champion of oppressed Muslims. From that moment on, Iran's leadership committed itself to opposing Israel's existence, openly and aggressively. Since then, the two countries have walked a tightrope of distrust, espionage, and indirect warfare. Now, that tightrope has snapped. Fast forward to 2023. What looked like sporadic violence with the launch of surprise attack by Hamas on Israel on October 2023 was actually the beginning of something bigger. Israel unleashed its massive ground invasion into Gaza. Iranian-backed militias ramped up their attacks on Israel. Israeli airstrikes killed Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh and Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah and struck Iran's consulate in Damascus, killing senior Iranian officials. Iran responded with an unprecedented direct missile and drone attack on Israel and accelerated its nuclear program. This isn't just a war between two countries. It's a collision of ideologies, alliances, and military powers, playing out in one of the most volatile regions on Earth. And it's far from over. If you found this deep dive insightful, make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button for more untold stories behind today's biggest conflicts. And let us know in the comments, what topic should we unravel next?